Remember when we added IK to the hands and feet? Well, you can do that in expressions too. So let's unhook our IK chain. Let's select our tiny little wrist attach R bone here, you can see. Click into the Animate tab, and under the Inverse Kinematics block, uncheck Calculate IK. You can see it moves back to its default position. Switch to a left view. Let's unhook the foot. Let's move it into a position where we can see it working. We'll highlight our ankle attach right, a tiny bone at the end of the chain. Uncheck Calculate IK. You can see it go back to its default position. Let's click into the Commands tab. And let's close up some of these just by collapsing their lists. And we'll create a new variable and call this one IK align ankle R. And there's something under here called IK2D. So we click on the list icon. Let's look for it. It's in alphabetical order. Double click on IK2D. What it tells you is that this first pull down menu is the root, this is the end of the chain, and this is the goal that it's going to be focusing on. So on this first one, let's select thigh 1R. The second pull down menu will be the end of the chain, which is our ankle attach R. The third list will be our IK foot, or IK ankle R. And these other two are the alignments and switches. Just leave those at 1 because they both need to be on. We'll right click to add it to the expressions. You can see it go right back to where it was. And it's as if we'd hooked it up in the Animate tab. Switch to a top view. We'll make a new variable. We'll call this one IK align wrist R. We're going to do the same thing. So while we have this wizard up here, let's just start here. We'll go up to bicep 1R instead of the thigh on the second list. We'll find our wrist attach R, and instead of IK ankle R as the goal, we will look for IK hand R. The ones are still there for the switches, so right click on that to add it to the expressions field. You'll see that it works. Now, expressions execute from the top down, so this moves almost like programming code. When you animate the model, the expressions start by turning the toes, turning index, middle, pinky, thumb, align, rest, roll, rest, then it aligns both of these straight down the list. So if we move these to the top, these get executed first. It's important to find out what order you arrange your expressions in. Sometimes seeing something not work is the difference between moving it up or down the list. Let's go to File. I'm going to save this scene as BodyJ.fxs.